Me, Dixie Kane. Hey, I'm gonna talk for a few minutes before I start this video out. Real quick, I just wanted to encourage you guys to please not count on the scale. Okay, don't count on the scale. Um, when I had my sleeve surgery done, I lost big time on the scale and hardly any inches. Okay. Um, when I first got my sleeve, I started losing really good on the scale. When I got my RNY, my gastric bypass, when I got my gastric bypass, I saw like instantly drop on the measurements, not on the scale. Scale's been very slow for me as an RNY patient. But don't let, either way, whichever you have done, don't rely on the scale only. Okay? Scale only is not the tool you should rely on. You need to also have yourself a decent sized tape measure. Okay? And you need to keep your eye on both the scale and the measure. Okay? I don't know if you guys saw my Pirates of the Caribbean video. That was the very first video I posted in here. Okay? Very first video I posted it on exercise. Okay? When I first started to switch over and actually really incorporate, like really push my exercise, that was the first video that I posted. Okay? And if you go back and you watch that video, look at my profile, you guys. That video I posted was on June 13th of 22. Okay? So, a little over a month ago. Okay? About a month and a week ago, I posted that video. I had quite a belly and quite a butt. Okay? Since I've been doing exercise, walking outdoors, last weekend I went on a nice walk with my granddaughter. We walked, I have a trail a block and a half over, but I have to go 3 blocks up and 2 blocks down to get to it, just to get on it. Unless I want to cut through the new school they just built down the street here, but I live on a highway, and the safest way to take a child is to a light. So I went 3 blocks up the hill, 4 blocks up the hill to the light. Then we crossed the highway and went down to the trail, which is probably another 2 blocks, 2 to 3 blocks. We got on the trail, and my granddaughter, I think, was she 10 years old? Has not ever walked even that far. Ever. And she's a little on the obese side for a 10-year-old. She did very well. I kept encouraging her. I said, let's see if we can go a little further. And we got on the trail, and we were heading towards 60th Street. I live on 52nd Street. But we walked clear back up to 50th Street. Okay? We made 10 blocks on the trail. 10 blocks down. So, from the moment we left home, I started my watch. Okay? And from the moment we left home, just getting to the trail was 1 mile. I was never so proud of her to even get that far. Okay? So then we get on the trail and we're talking. I keep her, talking. The trail's very wooded. It's very tree covered. I didn't even know this. I've never been on that trail. And it's very tree covered, very shaded. And natured. A lot of nature, a lot of butterflies, a lot of neat things to see, a lot of little ground squirrels crossing the trail. It was very fun. And we're walking and we're looking, and it's got a deep ravine wooded ravine, and we would walk over to the edge and we would look down. It was quite sharp. I'd say a good 30 feet drop from where we were at. And we were just looking, and I said, boy, wouldn't that be fun to try and hike up? She was like, that would be fun, Grandma. So, but it was so wooded and so thick that I told her, no, we're not. She wanted to know if we could try it, and I said, no, we're not going to try it because we're in shorts and short sleeves, and ticks are bad this year. I said, no, I don't think we should try it, Caddy. We didn't put any repellent on or anything like that, so no, I don't think we should try it. So she was like, okay, Grandma. So we get back on the trail and we start walking some more. Before you know it, I had talked. She wanted to quit probably 3/4 of the way to where we were heading. And I said, Catalina. And I just kept on talking to her. And we just kept on going. And I said, oh, but there's a really cool train bridge that they turned into part of this walk trail. Can we try to make it just to the train bridge, and we'll cross the train bridge, and then we'll turn around and come back? And she was excited about it. She was really excited about it. Now, for those of you here in town, you would probably know that 50th Street. Okay, there's a trail they turned that used to be railroad tracks that crossed 50th Street just where the Kmart used to be. And I've not walked on it. And I just live right here. Okay? So she made it to that train bridge, you guys. I was never so proud of her. And that, keep in mind, this is the furthest this child has ever walked. And she's probably 150 pounds for a 10-year-old. Okay? She did it, you guys. She started to cry. And I was proud of her. And after that point, she was quite happy. She said her feet were starting to kind of hurt, but she said, I want to keep going, Grandma. And we turned and we walked back. We just kind of took our time. We didn't do a fast walk. It wasn't nothing fast. It was quite simple for her at her speed. I didn't go fast at all. But to that train bridge, to the end of that train bridge and back, and then back up 50th Street to the light and back to my house. We got to my house. She walked into the house. I walked to the corner of the house to lay out the mats that we found. This flooring mat here. We found it on our walk, you guys. We were finding one square here, one square there, one square here. I said, oh, that'd make a great spongy floor for me to do my exercise on. So we brought them home, and as I got to the end of the driveway and started laying the mats out, my watch said that we had made 3 miles, you guys. That child did 3-mile walk that day. I was never so proud of her. And like I said, this was her first time even just walking 3 blocks. Okay? So I was jumping up and down for joy for her. I ran in the house and I said, Caddy, you did 3 miles. She said, no, I didn't. I said, yes, you did. Look. And I showed her my watch. And the lady on the watch was still saying, all the information, how far we walked, what the elevation was, what our speed of the walk was. We did about a 1.5 mile an hour walk. Okay? And that probably sounds slow, but actually, technically, for a child that age, that's quite good. She did really good. And she said, Grandma, did I earn to get into the pool? I said, you most certainly did, and that will be good for your sore feet. And she jumped in the pool and spent the next couple hours swimming around the pool. So she got a lot of exercise. I'm sure she slept well that night. She got a ton of exercise in, and I was proud of her for that. So guys, exercise is vital. It's vital. She even commented to me, Grandma, I loved our walk. Can we do it again? I want to come more often. Can we do it again? She was inspired. She didn't let it discourage her. Even though she's never done it before, it encouraged her to keep going. And she texted me this morning and she said, Grandma, and I said, I miss my walking partner. And she sent back a heart that blew into 1,000 hearts. She loved the walk. She loved it. And she loved the fact that Grandma missed her. And so I'm going to tell you, don't rely on the scale. Rely on this. Guys, I was still in the 50s. Hi guys. I started a video earlier, and in the video you hear the phone ring, and that's where I ended it. I got some very bad news on that phone call today. My second oldest brother passed away today. He's the first sibling in our family. We have 6 kids. He's the very first sibling of our family to pass. He had colon cancer that had spread throughout his body. We went seen him yesterday, and because we got the call saying he would make it another day or two, and so we did get to go up and say goodbye. So when I started to make the video, I knew there was a chance that we would hear sometime today that he had passed. I didn't know it would come at such a time. I've tried to remake the film, the video. I've been struggling all day with trying to get my exercise in. I tried to eat dinner tonight, and I ended up dumping it, I think because of emotions. So I know you can dump off of emotions too, guys. That's something I've not experienced yet since I've had my surgery, and I am having sharp pain in my stomach tonight. I took an omeprazole, hoping that would kind of coat my stomach a little bit. I'm sorry. It's been a very up and down day for me today, emotion wise. I been going through boxes trying to find photos of my brother for his older children who he had not seen in years. They were asking me if I had any photos of him, and I told them basically the only photos I really have of my brother are photos from his first marriage to their mom. And I said, I can, I can give you what I have. And I have some of him from about 3 weeks ago when we went up and saw him, but he was quite thin. He didn't look like my brother to me, even on that day. But yesterday, he really didn't look like my brother. And I just sent what I had for them. He was a good brother. All my brothers are good brothers. And I don't want to see any of them pass away. I have another brother who is just above me in age. I believe there's like a year and a half between us. Who also has cancer, but he's in remission.
Thank God we didn't lose two brothers to cancer yet anyway. Um, my brother Kelly, he's doing really good. Um, I really miss him. I really miss him already. And it ain't been maybe 6 hours since I got the news. I tried to go back and do the video, guys. I was gonna do a just a lazy day walking video with you guys, and I've got my youngest grandson here right now, staying the night, so I'm in my bedroom, filming this, um, trying to kind of get away from some of the noise. Um, I'm gonna put him to bed here pretty soon, another hour or two, and I'll try and see if I can't get the video, get the steps in yet before midnight. To get my mind off things, and I'll try and make the video for you guys then. I don't know if I'll even sleep tonight. I only get an average of about 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night anyway. But when I get upset like this, I don't sleep. So we'll see. I can try and take a sleep aid, but I've found they don't work for me very well. If I go too many nights this way, I'll probably call my family doctor on Monday and see if I can get something to help me sleep. But I'm having a little bit of sharp stomach pain, just, you know, right here, at the top of where my pouch is. I'm hoping it's just from upset. If it's still there by Monday morning, or if it gets outrageously painful, I'll go to emergency. I'll call them ahead of time. Right now it's not unbearable, so it's just there. It's naggy. But I didn't want to just I wanted to post this video for you guys today. But instead of a walking video, I might turn it into something more like a measurements video, I guess. Okay, guys, I love you all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.